I have KVM installed on this Ubuntu. I am capable, therefore, of loading virtual machines, which are basically, an operating system. In this particular case, it's what we call a juice, which is a just enough operating system. And on this juice, I'm going to have a GlassFish instance. This GlassFish instance will just be part of a GlassFish domain, just the normal way we do things. Except that today, when you want to do that, you have to have several boxes. You have to install GlassFish on a box, and then the box needs to be configured with the DAS so that they can talk to each other. And then eventually, you can start deploying things on those boxes. Here, it's all going to be virtualized. Basically, the instances will be a VM running inside this virtualization layer. And I will be showing that I can do all of that using GlassFish tools. So basically, as a GlassFish user, all of this virtualization mumbo-jumbo, you don't have to care. We create the VM for you, we install it, we start it, we stop it, all through normal tools. So I have already started the GlassFish server here. And what I'm going to do is to actually create my VM cluster. So what I'm saying here is that I want to create a cluster of a particular type. And it's a VM type, it's a virtual cluster. And I should probably give it a name. And, and I'm saying that the type is KVM because that's what I have installed on this machine. I can support Xen, I can support other things. But when I've done that, my cluster is now ready, so I can start creating instances. So I create a VM instance, and I can say that the image name I'm going to use is this one, it's Ubuntu. So basically, this is the golden image of my virtualization GlassFish. It's an image that you can download, that you would be eventually capable of downloading from glassfish.dev.java.net. That would be this juice, this Linux juice, small operating system with GlassFish on top. It can be reused by any of you. It's totally portable. But now I am going to take that image, copy it into a new one, which will be my new instance. And then after that, I can start shipping that instance to any of the boxes that could be on my network. Obviously, here I have only one, but... So when I do that, it takes a little bit more time because I have to create an actual file system for that new image, and I have to install it, or it's already done. So here I have a new instance that came into, into the virtual manager, and it's starting the operating system here. So if I was to connect here, you can see that I'm actually booting Ubuntu. Okay? Let me close it because it's not very useful. But once I've done that, I can actually now start the cluster. And I can say, so basically, theoretically, I should create more than one virtual machine. It's not very interesting to have only one, but it's only a laptop, so obviously I can't have 10 virtual machines running. But what happens is that at that point, you can see there's a spike here. The activity in this virtual machine is popping up. That's because the DAS, which is running on my outer Ubuntu, is now saying to this virtual machine, start the instance. The instance is now started, and I can, again, use the normal tools of GlassFish to figure out that that this GlassFish 664, which is a random number I gave it, is actually started with this IP address and with this port. So if you were in the room and were to ping this IP, with that port, you will get to the admin console of this GlassFish instance running on that VM. And obviously, you can do stop cluster, which will nicely stop all these different VMs. Now,